All right, Luke, I know you gave the injury update this morning. Just to ask a little bit more about Lonzo, what do you know at this point? And was there a setback or something in practice where it looked different from the original ankle sprain?
No setback. Just, he tried, getting after it a little bit in that next practice we had, and it was limping around a lot. So it was kind of one of those things that we let him finish up the 5-on-0 stuff in that. And then the next day when it was sore, he tried to shoot again before practice, and we just decided to shut him down until he gets better.
Luke, you have so many young players, and so, of course, I'm sure you've wanted as much practice time, as much game time. How do you balance the frustration of not having your guys and not being able to put stuff in versus just that is what it is and trying to find ways to take advantage?
Well, it definitely is a balancing, because we need all that time we can get together on the floor. And when we had Lonzo, Brooke was out. Now Brooke's back and Lonzo's out. So, that's valuable time. But, we gotta keep, putting in the foundation of what we're doing. And, when Lonzo's not practicing, he's still sitting there courtside watching what we're putting in. So at least he's visually seeing what we're doing. And when he gets healthy, he'll get out there and get his reps, and, we should be fine.
How will you start tonight without him?
Tyler's going to start at the point guard for us.
And then the rest of the expected starters, including Brooke?
Depends who you expect, but yes, they are expected for us.
So would it be Julius, Brandon, and KCP?
We'll have to wait and find out.
Okay. See, sometimes you tell us, sometimes you don't. It just depends on your mood.
Yeah, I just like to keep you guys on your toes.
It's your show. Go, keep going.
Oh, no. That's it. Sorry, I'm done.
On Media Day, Magic said that Brooke is the key to kind of everything offensively. What does that mean to you, and in what ways do you see him as kind of like the key piece?
Well, he's key because he, in this modern NBA, he gives us that spacing on the floor from the big man position. Now, normally it comes from the 4-man instead of the 5-man, but either way, we can get a lot more creative with our offense with the way he shoots from the 3-point line, and I think getting him in actions with Lonzo and making that 1-5 pick and roll, make decisions, is going to be beneficial for Lonzo too. It'll get him more space and more area to create what he's looking to do. And he gives us that low post threat. I mean, he's a big man on that block, and when we need a bucket, if the game's getting away from us or momentum's switching, we can draw up a play and get it down to him in the block and kind of get ourselves under control a little bit. For a young team, that's kind of important.
Because a lot of guys you consider like a stretch 4 or even a stretch 5 don't have maybe that experience in the post, or you can lean on it to be kind of that tough presence. I mean, so he still gives you both? He
does. I think like most players, once they get good at shooting, that's what they'd prefer to do. But we're gonna make sure to stay on him and make sure that he's too good on the block to just use him as a space 5-man. So we got to make sure that we do a good job of getting him down there too, and collapsing the defense and putting pressure at the rim, and then kind of playing inside out as opposed to just trying to shoot jump shots.
Have you sensed that push-pull that maybe you want him down on the block a little bit more than now that he's a 3-point threat?
Well, it's more, when he's working on his game, he spends most of his time working on his jump shot. When we are in practice, if he's the first big down, then that's his block. And if he's, the 4 men on our team are pretty fast, so a lot of times they're beating him down. So in the practices right now, a lot of times he's the trail big. But we'll make sure to manipulate it out of timeouts or free throws or whatnot and get him down there.
Luke, after that last game, you said that you thought it was effort in some senses defensively. When you looked at the tape, did you see anything technically that you worked on or that the players weren't doing?
I think it started with our defensive intensity. Our guys were trying as far as the rotations were concerned, but they were just – Denver's, one of the top offenses in our league. I think they were number 1 in the NBA, from December on last year. And we were just letting them swing the ball side to side. And when you let a skilled team get into a rhythm like that, the game becomes easy for them. And from that point on, they punched us, and we were a little shell-shocked, tired, whatever it was. We didn't respond the way we need to. But I think it started with the fact that we were just letting him move the ball freely around the perimeter.
Can you talk about what you want to see from Ingram, the final 3 games, just kind of what you have in mind for the rest of the preseason?
Yeah, I expect Brandon to kind of start turning it on a little bit. He was a little banged up coming into training camp. He worked extremely hard this off season, and he wasn't able to do his routine that he had become accustomed to, which is getting his pre-practice shots and his post-practice shots in, not just shots, skill work. We were keeping him out of some of the running stuff just to kind of let his body rest and heal a little bit. And now that he's back up and going and doing all that stuff again, I'd expect him in these final 3 to kind of start to ramp it up a little bit.